So what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Robert. If this is your first time tuning in, today we're sitting here on Mason Point, standing here on Mason Point on Show Canyon, and I actually see some new little signs. We'll check those out real quickly. These are brand new. I haven't seen these here, but we're here on Show Canyon. We're gonna check out Mason Point, walk down there, show you guys what it looks like, see what the water looks like, see if there's any debris, things like that, and then we'll go ahead and get the drone up in the air, fly around here and show you guys what it looks like from the air as well. So let's go ahead and get into it. So let's go read what these signs say first, because these are pretty new. Okay, yeah, basically what I was going to say in this video: launch at your own risk, watch for debris in the water, be safe, please use extreme caution, valid permit required, please use yeah, since the water went up a little bit, they put these signs up. So you're supposed to use it's kind of like an honesty thing. You're supposed to pay the $5 to come in here. But I know a lot of people don't know this, but there's actually a card that you can purchase, and it's called the State Park Pass. It only applies for state parks in Texas. And I believe I paid $60 or $70. It's either $60 or $70. I don't remember exactly how much it is, but you can buy the card. And it gives you access to every park, every state park in Texas, and for anyone in your vehicle. So if, say, it's me and 3 other people in the vehicle, in the truck, we all get in for free because I already have the state park pass. But say I bring 4 people in 2 separate vehicles, you know, the second vehicle would have to pay for each person in there, and then the people riding with me in my vehicle would be able to get in for free. So that's how that thing works. It's kind of worth it if you go fishing a lot or if you go and visit state parks a lot. So for me, I run a lot of races on these trails all over Texas. So for me, it's kind of worth it. Plus I do a lot of fishing myself, so it pays for itself. But yeah, just some ideas there. So here's another sign that has not been here before. Self-paced steps, please lift cover, okay, fill out envelope, please correct dollar amount, yes, TSV holder, right card number. So when they're talking about the card number here, they're talking about the little card I was telling you guys, the state park pass. I guess a lot of people have it, so they just ask you put it on the little self-pay envelope and throw it in there. So yeah, that's the new stuff that's happening here on this lake. By the way, those of you guys who are just tuning in and never seen these videos before, never seen this area before, this is where the water used to be. The water used to hang around here, and you kind of tell because the old boat ramp still has the boat dock way back here. You can see all that fishing line from back in the day when people would try to catch crappie or bass underneath all this area. They would get their lines tangled up. But this is what the water used to be, all in here. And today we are sitting at a very different situation. And even though, so the lake dropped down to about 8-ish%, 7 to 8% at one point. It's now back at 24. So it's come up some, but again, 24% is nowhere near 100. So we're about 75% of the way down. So again, you can kind of imagine, this is what 24% looks like. You can only imagine what 100 would look like when the water's actually full. So the water's gone back down some. We were on the Callahan side. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. Maybe the day before. I don't know. I get my days mixed up. But we could already tell that the water is dropping quite a bit. And then the same story here. Obviously, it's the same lake, so we should see the same thing here. The water's dropping already, like we kind of anticipated. Once the flow stops from the Frio, we should see the water dropping again. Now, there's been people fishing here for sure. There's a bunch of beer cans and trash and stuff like that in here, so there's that. But yeah, this is the area. Now, the last time we were here, we made a video and there were some hogs back in, well, one hog, not hogs, one hog back in this area. So be careful if you start walking these trails. There are hogs just as excited for the water as you are. So now here is the only clear lane, by the way. This is the only clear way to launch a boat, because all of this is full of debris. There's a bunch of debris in here, but if you follow this clearing, it's actually very clear. Now you would have to go straight and then kind of taper off to the left, because it does get deeper. Once you pass these trees, it's actually like a hole. There's like a little hole in there. Should be a good spot to hold some fish, but who knows. I haven't fished this spot since the water rate rose up this much. There is some floating debris, big logs like that, and you can kind of tell from here that the water's gone down. You can kind of see these lines on this little short brush. You can kind of tell that the water's been coming back down ever so slightly. But it probably won't be long before it does recede so far that you won't be able to launch a boat in the lake anymore. It's crazy. This lake takes so much water to fill up, and it also drains pretty fast. So it is what it is. But we're gonna go ahead and get the drone out, probably get out to these logs. I really like how the dead vegetation looks in shots and for photos, and especially sunset photos and things like that. If you're into like photography and stuff like that, this is probably a really, really beautiful spot to come and get those photos. Like when the water was low, you could get it with your phone, but now that the water's higher, you would have to do it with the drone. But it actually provides really good photos for people who like to take photography photos of nature, sunsets, things like that. Really good spot. There's a lot of dead trees. Pretty much this whole area down in here is full of dead trees, but they photograph very, very well. All right, so this is where we ran into that hog, which was the trail we were walking on back in here. So there's a little bit of water in here, but it's not like it's super deep. It's more like a puddle more than anything else. And then now again, all in here where we're standing, we would typically be about 15 to 20 feet of water above us. Obviously that's not the case today. And then here's that trail. So this is the trail we ran into that hog on, right in here. So it's like a little drainage. I guess it's like a little creek or something that comes through here, or it could just be like a little creek that the main lake just kind of flows over and goes in there. But yeah, this is where we ran into those hogs, or that hog. But yeah, not extremely bank fishable for those of you guys who like to bank fish. It's not extremely bank fishable right now. I found one spot on the lake that's bank fishable, but this is not it. In our last video, we actually had to fish from the boat ramp because I couldn't find a spot to fish from the bank, which it's never the best spot to fish, but I already had brought all my stuff, so might as well do a little bit of fishing. So alrighty, we're gonna go ahead and get the drone up in the air and show you guys what it looks like from above. Without further ado, be careful, be good, take care, and God bless. See you guys in the next one, and enjoy the footage. Bye-bye.